Hello, this is Sandy Ott, and I am completing the interview assignment. I had the opportunity to interview Mr. Alexander Rainey. He is the Dean of Students and Campus Operations with Chattahoochee Technical College. The interview was held at their Appalachian campus, which is located in Jasper, Georgia, and we sat down together on October the 11th. Mr. Rainey has served in many roles in education. He stated that he has always had a passion for education, and he always knew that this was the field that he wanted to go into. And he truly has a love for students. Over the course of his career, he has served in many roles, including teacher, high school principal, system school superintendent, dean, and associate provost. A majority of his years in education were spent in the public school system of Gilmer County, Georgia. Mr. Rainey retired from the local school system in 2005, and he began working with the technical college system. He began working part-time in a high school initiatives program, and his main job was to build strong partnerships with area high schools. But he was quickly promoted to the Dean of Enrollment Management at Appalachian Technical College within just 5 short months of joining the technical college system. And it was because of his ability to build partnerships with schools, system administrators, community leaders, and internal stakeholders, and his outstanding experience in education. And imagine my surprise when I was introduced in a staff meeting to our new dean, my new supervisor, and in walked Mr. Lex Rainey. Mr. Rainey had been my high school principal for 4 years while I was a student at Gilmer High School. Mr. Rainey currently holds a leadership position at Chattahoochee Technical College. He serves as the Dean of Students and Campus Operations. In this position, Mr. Rainey is responsible for coordinating all campus relocation plans for faculty, programs of study, and facility usage. He does oversee student discipline and the student complaint procedure, and he works very closely with public safety to maintain a safe learning environment for faculty, staff, and students. While Mr. Rainey was the Associate Provost with Chattahoochee Technical College, he oversaw the opening of their Canton campus location in Canton, Georgia. This facility is now the 3rd largest campus location with Chattahoochee Tech after only 3 short years. Their enrollment is over 900 students. Another example of his scope of duties is the recent relocation of the Woodstock campus located in Woodstock, Georgia for Chattahoochee Technical College. This campus has undergone and will be undergoing a complete renovation. He worked very closely in relocating all staff, faculty, and programs of study while that campus is closed for the next several years. In his current position, the thing that he enjoys most is working with students, and he enjoys assisting students and faculty with their needs and resolving issues as they arise. His least favorite part of his job is having to deal with any student-to-student conflict issues that occur and issues of domestic violence that occur on campus, and when issues are brought into the classroom. He has seen an increase in student code of conduct violations resulting from plagiarism. Overall, Mr. Rainey has enjoyed his time in higher education, but he does prefer secondary ed. He stated he spent 19 years as a high school principal and administrator, and when looking back, it was those years that he found most rewarding. When I asked him about his future plans, Mr. Rainey laughed and said he hopes to retire again, this time from the technical college system, within the next 5 years. But he will continue to be an advocate for education, for students, and for his community. What are the current staffing of his department? In his current position, He is the point of contact for student issues, concerns, and complaints. He serves the 8 campus locations of Chattahoochee Technical College. He also works very closely with the deans, faculty, and student affairs to resolve issues in a timely manner. He works with the Vice President of Campus Facilities in coordinating campus relocations for faculty and the programs of study. The relocation of programs to different campuses is based on need, space allocation, and enrollment numbers. We discuss his accomplishments and any difficulties that he's had in his current position and in his time in higher education. And changes in the last few years were centered around the technical college system merge. This was both his biggest accomplishment and also the biggest difficulty. He served on the leadership team that embarked on this huge task of merging 3 very different colleges, each with their own campus culture, their own processes, their own programs of study, and employees. Since the merge, Mr. Rainey is one of only 2 administrators left from the original leadership teams of the 3 colleges involved in the merge. Those 3 colleges were Appalachian Technical College, North Metro Technical College, and Chattahoochee Technical College. There has been numerous changes in staffing and administrative changes, and the campus has undergone major restructuring. We spent quite a bit of time talking about current issues and the issues in higher education, beginning with the issues faced by Chattahoochee Technical College. And he listed budget concerns as a major issue and probably the #1 issue facing his department. This resulted in these budget concerns are additional job duties. Staff are doing more with less, and the recent budget cuts are impacting the day-to-day operations of the college. We also talked about HOPE funding and how HOPE changes over the last several years have affected the technical college system. When HOPE cut the book vouchers for students, that had a direct impact. And also the recent GPA changes. But it is with hope that since those changes have been reversed, that more students will be receiving this funding. We also talked about higher education in general, and he remarked that student preparation is a major concern. There is a constant turnover of students, a revolving door of new students returning, and he feels that higher education needs to do a better job of engaging and retaining students. We talked about the Complete College Georgia plan and how he hopes that has a direct impact on the retention of students and completion rates. Technology. At Chattahoochee Tech, there are over 1,000 students taking an online class. And we talked about how technology has changed higher education in general. Mr. Rainey was instrumental in implementing the online student consumer process for Chattahoochee Technical College. Technology makes his job easier. With 8 campus locations, he does not have to travel to each of those. He can resolve a lot of the student complaints and issues via electronic communication. We talked about finding qualified faculty, and one particular area we discussed was nursing, particularly at the new campus location that where he served as associate provost. Finding nursing faculty, when often the faculty can go into the private sector, work less hours, and make more money. So he foresees a need for finding those qualified faculty. I asked him, what advice would you give someone considering a career in higher education? And he said, love the students. And he also said, love what you do and know that a career in education requires passion. Realize that this field is so much more than just a paycheck. It is a calling, and each person has the opportunity to make a difference. I've known Mr. Rainey for almost 30 years. I've had the opportunity to work both with him and for him and be a student. And he has been so much more than a mentor to me. I am honored to have walked alongside him and learned from him daily. And he is truly one of the best supervisors that I have ever had the opportunity to work for. And it is my hope that I can look back over my career in education and know that I have had half the impact as Mr. Rainey has had on his students, his employees, and his community. There's a Jim Henson quote: "Kids don't remember what you try to teach them, they remember what you are." And I remember Lex Rainey as a role model who demonstrates integrity, fairness, kindness, and encouragement daily to everyone he encounters, from students to faculty to staff and his employees.